In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Returning it from the 4. This makes it up to the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Now first carry here for Ashton Genty. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to Genty. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to get this one in the 36-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Held in by Goddard, left side. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Design bootleg here. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they bring him down. Looks like but he got it to the 27.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Hold the troops right. Go.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Complete Derrick Henry. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, kid, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Behind some, and that is caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, you got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
3rd and long for him here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders ready in for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They've got a first to begin the frame. A give to Henry. And no question he won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
21.
Herbert from the gun. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down from the 42. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. How about 29 yards on first down? And that's good for a new set of downs.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. From a good play into a great play.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Great pay, there to take him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing now, Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Home troops right. Line.
Henry. And he won't win the race there as he's out of bounds at the 4. Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on 2nd and goal.
I'm the first one to raise my hand and say I love that call, especially between the 20s. But when the field condenses down here and you get inside the 10, you better be exactly right, perfectly right offensively, or that defense is going to run down that toss play.
And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. Dicker on now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
Their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
21. Stealth. Ready.
Herbert with a blitz coming. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. Fields this one at the 3. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, set.
They'll throw to begin this drive. It's a screen play to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They're going play action. Finds a man right side. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid third down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Your momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They are throwing it again. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's in trouble now, and the ball is out. Picked up by the Chargers. And he will take it back for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers stretch their lead to 21. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
First and 10.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumped off to his running back. Hits a seam at the 40. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, as they get set for first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Shot 60. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders are willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Herbert. He finds Diggs right side. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action now for Herbert. That one's complete right side. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. It's Herbert once more. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's loaded another one up. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
New set of downs for him from the 31. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets and 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. To the right, pulled in by McConkey. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, Chargers.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Herbert on first down. He's got it inside the 10. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off the defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
6-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Herbert. This one's deflected away and incomplete. And their chances to score running out. It's now 3rd and goal.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Set.
A draw now. This is Henry. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. They've made it 4th and goal. Well, anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Raiders 13.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. McConkey's got it on the sideline. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
Third and 4 coming up now.
Taylor tight. Wide angle. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled on the play by Puna Ford. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. And you just get the play off. Diggs there to bring it in. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chargers with the football and a comfortable lead as they try to finish off this win. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And the stop is made just a couple of yards shy of that end zone. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like...
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights, and the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Genty on 2nd. No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Out of the shotgun, they'll get it to him inside. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing from the gun here. Escapes the pocket. Taking a chance to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll work against the blitz. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
10 yards to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. complete beyond the marker. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
They'll try it on the ground. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that 1st down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Setting him on the dive. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now a run with Henry. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building.